Jenny Eagle, reporter for LEEA, and I'm here with Justin Boehm, who is the Regional Manager for the LEEA Australia and New Zealand Council. Justin, you have some really exciting news. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Jenny, look, thanks for taking the time to speak to me. On Monday, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the Crane Association of New Zealand, just to work closer together, work on some really important strategic documents for the New Zealand government around their approved code of practice. You know, we have a whole new program for training, our licensed training partner scheme, which we are hoping to work again closely together with the Crane Association to promote that training side of things, but also just to ensure a large organisation like Crane Association New Zealand knows more about LEEA, and then things like Global Lifting Awareness Day is brought to their members and we can connect on those sort of levels. So, you know, it's really exciting for me. I've been working with the Crane Association New Zealand for a number of years, but it's just formalising that agreement.
Yes, I was going to ask you, how did it come around?
We've been working together sort of since I started sort of 6 years ago, and we never really formalised what that looked like. But I guess in the last few months, we've had some new directors come on board with LEEA, and that sort of gave impetus to, you know, how do we better connect with our local stakeholders. That MOU was part of that program.
And you recently had the second annual event of the LiftX Gold Coast. That was very successful, and you're hoping to run an event in May. Can you tell us more about that?
The May events come off the back of obviously LiftX on the Gold Coast, which was a fantastic event. We had sort of 300 plus people through the door, great exhibitors, fantastic speakers. But what we didn't want to do is sort of kill the goose that laid the golden egg, as they would have said. So next year, we're going to go back to a smaller member exclusive type event. It's really focused on technology. You know, there's some really interesting things coming out in our industry that maybe not all the members are aware of. So day one is just going to be technical talks, really exciting opportunities around technology, the latest products. You know, augmented reality is something that sort of sprung to the fore in the last sort of couple of months. That's a really interesting thing. So we'll have a discussion on that. And then the second day will be open to industry. So again, through our partnerships and our stakeholder groups, we'll invite, you know, the wider industry, anyone interested in coming along to that second day of our event in May, which will be in Sydney. So a bit of a scoop there, but you know, it's going to be another great event.
We love a scoop.
Some great attendance. Of course, yep.
And why Sydney in particular?
So again, another interesting little development is that we're looking at 2026, go back to an expo style event in Melbourne. So, you know, Sydney's a great location. It's a central hub. It's easy to get to from an Australian sense, not so much from the UK, but central location, nice and easy for all the members to get to. And again, it's going to be a great venue. So, yeah, really excited about that.
And it's not to say you haven't been busy doing other things, because you've been revising the Australian standard on webbing slings. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we're now at just about ready to go to public comment for AS 1353. So the flat woven webbing slings was an old two-part standard, which was written that way back in the day when sort of we didn't have tablets and phones and we could just look up everything anywhere. It's been revised, distilled into some really sharp information, so it's going to be much easier for people to understand, which is probably the bad part about the old standards that were written, you know, best at the time. But in 2024, we've developed a really sharp standard, and it was great to be a part of that whole program. It should go out to public comment in the next few weeks, fingers crossed. So ready to go back out in the new year, so we can actually have that one endorsed and ready to rock in 2025. So yeah, it's a really exciting time and really brilliant to be part of that standards development process.
Wow, lots of things happening for 2025. Is there anything else?
Well, 2024 was a massive year, but 2025 is shaping up to be just as big. So the best part about LEEA is we're just growing all the time. You know, we're doing some exciting things, and it's great to be a part of it. It's a very exciting time for us and the association. So,
well, thank you very much for your time today.
Thanks, Jenny. Really appreciate it.